How's it going, everyone? And welcome to the Ultimate Game Room. This is Dixon, logging on. Now, back in 2019, I did a retrospective on one of the most bloodiest games ever made, which the name of the game is, title itself, Blood, which was originally released on home computers back in 1997 from Monolith, and the game used the build engine just like Duke Nukem 3D and Shadow Warrior. Then the add-on, Cryptic Passage, and the Plasma Pack expansion came shortly after. Then the following year, they had the Complete Pack, which was the One Whole Unit Blood. Which the One Whole Unit Blood became as a digital purchase during the beginning of the digital distribution days from GOG and Steam. Then in 2018, Night Dive acquired the rights to remaster the game using their Kex engine. Then the following year, they released it on GOG and Steam for $10 as Blood Fresh Supply. Now, as much as I enjoy playing the original game that was on digital distribution for the first time, though I missed my opportunity back in the 90s, because you know how my gaming story is when it comes to restrictions and all that, with PC and console games, since there weren't console ports of the game. And when digital distribution came along, I finally got a chance to play that game after I purchased it, and I was bloody happy. But when the remaster version came out, which was known as Fresh Supply back in 2019, I was more than bloody happy to see that remaster with modern controls and updated OpenGL physics for HD and 4K monitors and all that. And at the time, I didn't think it would be any better than that. Well, nowadays it turned out I was bloody wrong. Because last year in 2025, Night Dive Studios decided to do another updated version of Blood, titled as Blood Refresh Supply. When I first seen the trailer for Refresh Supply, I was thinking, being an undead, vengeful, bloodthirsty gunslinger for more blood, gore, carnage, vengeance, and destroying cult members and other demonic creatures by decorating the game with blood and gore as well as ludicrous jibs, gets me more bloody thirsty than ever. Now, the latest remaster for Blood, Refresh Supply, was released early last month on December 3rd or 4th, which was last year technically, but last month at the same time, yes. But whatever. It was released last month, and I was playing the shit out of it quite a few times. Now, what does the Refresh Supply version has to offer? Or should I say, what bloody new things do they have to offer? Well, first of all, for the first time, Blood is now available on consoles. So that's a plus for console gamers. Refresh Supply had everything the previous 2019 Fresh Supply version had. But what's new with 2025's Refresh Supply version? Well, like with any latest Night Dive remasters, they added a vault in the Refresh Supply version with concept art, behind the scene images, and playable content that was previously cut from the original version. The Refresh Supply version of Blood was rebuilt from the original source code, remastered and redone cutscenes, which was done very well.
Welcome, my servants, my slaves.
What is your bidding, Master?
You have failed me. I disavow you all.
What the?
What?
it.
I've taken your love. Now I will take your life. Consider my power in a hollow grave.
I live again.
Plus, if you prefer the original cutscenes, that's also optional. And what else is, and it's also pretty badass is they added a new episode, or should I say add-on scenario for Blood titled as Morrow, that features 2 episodes in that scenario. Plus, there's an upcoming Death Wish scenario that's currently in the works for future update. That's really awesome that they added new content, and upcoming content is on its way. Hopefully there will be more content than already announced for the future updates. Because you know why? More blood, the bloody better. Yeah! And there's much more improvements all around. Even though they might have some technical bug issues here and there though, but they just released a patch not too long ago, so, and they're currently keeping the game stable. Now, I was not expecting Night Dive Studios to do another remaster of Blood, because I thought they did a real awesome job with Fresh Supply, but I kind of understand why they thought they had to do another remaster just to line up with other remasters of which they do on their core today. And it's definitely well worth it. I think the Refresh Supply version has made the game more bloody awesome than it was before. I think the Refresh Supply version has made the game bloodier and bloody awesome than it was before. The graphics are stunning, the mechanics are smoother, and overall experience is absolutely immersive. The game keeps getting bloody better. And I love seeing how they continue to enhance the elements that fans love while introducing flesh content that breathes new life into it. The attention and detail and the improvements made have rekindled my passion for the title, making it a must-play for both old fans and newcomers alike. The Refresh Supply goes for $30. And during pre-orders, if you already own the Fresh Supply version on GOG or Steam, you can get the Refresh Supply version for $10 on either Steam or GOG. Now that's a fantastic deal, as the enhanced features and improved graphics make it a worthy investment. Or should I say worthy bloody investment. Yeah. Probably since I'm a bloody bloodsucker for blood, I couldn't resist the opportunity and ended up purchasing both versions. The nostalgia of the original gameplay combined with modern enhancements that creates a unique experience that truly reunites my passion for the classic title. I find myself diving back into action, relishing every moment of chaos as I explore the dark and twisted environments that Blood is known for, feeling the excitement of unleashing inner vampire once again. Even though Caleb is not a vampire, he's an ex-cult member that got betrayed, then he risen from the dead to get his bloody revenge. Even though the new remaster version of Blood is $20 more than the previous version, if you have the GOG or Steam version, and some people may think it's a cash grab when comparing both versions, which I disagree. Like I said, they reworked Like I said, Night Dive Studios reworked the game from the original source code, including redone cutscenes, which are optional, let alone adding special features, as well as new content, including a new add-on, as well as an upcoming add-on. Hopefully more unannounced add-ons will come. And it's also nice to finally see Blood come to the home consoles for the very first time on Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and Xbox. Night Dive Studios had been bringing quite a few remasters that were originally home computer exclusives from the 90s to home consoles for the first time within the last few years. Like with Blade Runner, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream, Rise of the Trad, Heretic, Outlaws, System Shock 2, and Blood. So I'm grateful that Night Dive Studios is doing what's best for both worlds in the realm of gaming when it comes to home computers and game consoles. Though it's not too much a huge deal to me, because mainly I'm a PC gamer nowadays for the most part, but I do like the idea of them bringing games that were originally exclusives to a remastered form to all platforms for the purposes of preferences.
Now, Refresh Supply version of Blood got me bloody thirsty here for some more brutal survival horror action, plus a new scenario out on tomorrow, which has 2 episodes, which doesn't have new weapons or creatures, but features more challenging as well as more creative and well-detailed level designs all around. I'm already looking forward to seeing what the Death Wish scenario is like. Probably bloody better. There is not a whole lot more about this remaster, but I would like to do an enhanced retrospective or story review episode. Also, in my retrospective episode from 2019, I did leave out the sequel, Blood. I did leave out the sequel to Blood, Blood 2, The Chosen, which the sequel didn't use the build engine like the first game did. Blood 2 used Monolith's Liftech engine. However, I have not given the sequel much attention, and I was far from ready to dive into the sequel, let alone not involve the game in my retrospective at the time. And I'm still not ready for the sequel. Now, according to the critics, the sequel was not as good as the first game. I would have to agree because I prefer the build engine more. But I would give it a chance, and hopefully Night Dive can give the second game a proper remastered treatment with their Kex engine. Until then, unless I get tons of requests, I won't be getting into the sequel anytime soon because I have other projects ahead of me. Now, speaking of Night Dive remasters and games that use the build engine, I hope Atari, who owns Night Dive, can acquire the rights for Duke Nukem 3D and the original Shadow Warrior game. Night Dive would be the appropriate development team to remaster those two. But anyway, the latest remastered version of Blood, Refresh Supply, is recommendable in my book no matter what console or PC you have it on. I would get it. I would get it more if it was on sale though, for budget purposes. Well, thank you all very much for your bloody time, and this is Dixon of the Ultimate Gamer. I'm logging off.